Hello everyone, my name is Abakar Zubair and I have another product to demonstrate. So what you have here is a clinic appointment booking and Paystack payment system. So what this system does is that patients can come on WhatsApp, talk to the bot, book the appointment and also pay the appointment schedule, or they can either choose pay in the clinic when they get there and then to synchronize it with their own their email and also the doctor's email stored there. So what really differentiates this from others that we have is that this uses a state machine. So it uses a state machine. It's not using an AI because the first one I developed was using an AI, and we had issues when payments, where the system would AI slop, where it will now go off track. And this is a patient assistance system, so it's not supposed to have any lack in efficiency. So it's represent efficient and accurate. That is why we used state machine, and it gives only accurate data that have been fetched in. And where we store the state machine, where did we store the state machine? Stored everything here. So we have the appointment. Anytime an appointment is booked, it's stored here. So the state machine can come back to read appointment and dates that have been booked. And also it also reads from our calendar, the doctor's calendar. Here also we have the organizations or the clinic's information, name of the clinic, the slot by the duration, the working hours, when it starts and when it's the time zone, and the location also. We also have the patient ID, the WhatsApp number. All these are stored when a patient messages the clinic. Everything is being stored. Yeah, very important that we have all this. We have deleted everything here, so it's not displayed in this video. So before coming back here to explain how it works, we are going to show a quick demo. So when we come to WhatsApp, we can start a new demo here by saying hi. Or we can say 0 to go back. So the bot, and we're using a test number, so it is quite slow because this is a test number that was given by Meta. So now we have, what do we like to do? First one is to book an appointment. We have 4 options: to book an appointment, view appointment, reschedule an appointment, and also cancel an appointment. So we want to book an appointment for this one. So we have days that have been populated, and all these days they are correct. So it goes in, takes the next 10 days, and the slot available in these days using the doctor's calendar from the configuration in that spreadsheet. So everything is dynamic and it can be changed. It is not hard coded. A specific doctor's account was not used. You just go to the spreadsheet, you update it, and it fetches from the Google account that was used. So Monday, August 24, which would be Monday upcoming from when the video was recorded. This is currently Saturday, so 2 days after now, which makes it 24th of August 2026. Right, so select Monday, go ahead. Then it goes into fetching the hourly slots available on that specific Monday. So it gives us all the slots available using the working hours from the starting hours hour to the ending or closing hour. So I'm going to select the first one, which is 9:30, and that goes in. That goes in, and yeah, while we wait. So now the payment for this is 5,000 naira, and the payment for this is 5,000 naira, and we can either choose to pay at clinic or pay online. So we can choose from either of these options to pay in the clinic or pay online. So paying in the clinic is very straightforward. We can choose that option, but I want to demonstrate the one of payment. payment online because that is more robust. So that works. But we'll go through the payment online. We're going to do the test payment. So what this uses is Paystack, which I have configured at any stack or any payment gateway can be connected to this. So you are going to connect this to Paystack, and then it goes in to Paystack to generate a link. Payment link is specific to us or this specific user that wants to make or book an appointment. It shows the doctor's name and also the date of the appointment, the time, and the patient's name also. So appointment ID is this, where the patient would come with this ID to verify that they are the one, he is the one that has made that appointment. So you can click on this link and it takes us to the payment portal. So you click on success because this is a test payment, right? We are not making the payment live. And then the payment is successful. Immediately when we go back to WhatsApp, and also we have received the payment confirmation on WhatsApp, payment confirmed and appointment booked. And this also will reflect in the calendar. When we go back to our calendar, we will see that that slot has been booked in the calendar. Coming back to anything, so we can see that this starts from WhatsApp trigger. When anyone messages the number, it's going to trigger this. Then it extracts the message from the trigger. Then it loads the configuration for that hospital. What is the configuration of that hospital? What is the name of the hospital, the doctor's name, the number, and all that? It loads that up from our sheet, which is like our database. And it's transformed the configuration to what we can use. And it loads the session. Is that user a new user? Or this is a user that already has an account? So if it was a new user, if I was a new user, I would have been prompted to create an account and you go through that process, right? So prepares the session and then the state machine. This manages everything that we do. So this manages everything concerning the messages for every input and output, and everything goes into the state machine. From the state machine, then you have our router. Depending on the state, when there is no action, it goes there, check patients. We have different states from the state machine. The router helps us to route the machine to whichever state it is to be routed to. Then we have the calendar also, the payment, and also the webhook that collects back the payment confirmation and also sends a reply. So after all these states, um, we will not go through every single thing. We have the payment verification and registration. We have the dynamic availability and time slot. It fetches the time slot and the availability of the doctor, and also the in clinic direct booking cash. So when the person chooses or opts for the option to make the payment when he gets to the hospital, then it will go through this route. And then also you and cancel an appointment. When you want to cancel an appointment, also this is the router to go through this. And then also for rescheduling appointments, also payment for Paystack, which you have looked into before. So finally, we have the messages and the formatted message response that is sent to the user. When you come back here to the WhatsApp, you can go back, and when we go back to the main menu. So now we can see, let's view our appointment. So this user has not created an account with this, and because this is a test number, this is not being registered. But with this, you can view the appointments, you can also reschedule and also cancel the appointment. And um, that is summary of what this does. And it's, as I said, It is different from all what we have from previous versions where it is using an AI, and we had a lot of issues with AI, and that was why we came up with the state machine with the engineering approach. Thank you very much.